Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and this is my budget control mage from the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan. And when I say budget, that's exactly what I mean. This deck costs only 600 arcane dust to craft, really making it a super budget version of mage. It's not 1500, 2000 dust, which a lot of people call budget. This is truly for new and growing players, people who might be returning for Gadgetzan and want to play mage on a budget. And this deck is a control version of Mage, which means it's got some pretty late game cards and the ability to always control what your opponents are doing, particularly against aggressive decks. This deck is designed to combat the current hyper-aggressive meta that we're seeing in Hearthstone with all those pirates and all those other really fast decks out there. So you'll see that the mana curve here skews pretty early for a control deck, but still has a lot of the pieces necessary to finish off games late with big removal cards, thanks to like Polymorph, some big minions, some resource generation, some card draw, all that fun stuff. So you can still go toe-to-toe with mid-range and even the occasional control deck as well. So, what this deck's all about is it's really just piecing together a bunch of the new strong Gadgetzan cards that were provided to both Mage and the neutral set, and building a nice complement of cards around those, because Mage does have a lot of really nice free cards, part of the basic set, so stuff like Fireball, Arcane Intellect, Frostbolt, even Arcane Explosion, Flame Strike, all fantastic. Polymorph 2, Water Ellie, all of these are fantastic cards, totally free. So those are the kinds of cards you'd want to run anyway, regardless of the fact that they're completely dust free as far as crafting is concerned. So they serve a really, really nice foundation here. And then we can add in new Gadgetzan cards like Cabal Lackey, for instance. This is not only a nice one-drop that trades into early game stuff or absorbs a weapon hit, but it also helps you establish some early secrets like Ice Barrier or Mirror Entity for some strong tempo plays. So it serves a sort of dual purpose there. You can play 3 mana for free, sometimes just giving you that 8 health you need, or stealing or copying something of your opponent's, I should say. There's also Mistress of Mixtures, another ultimate early game answer card. Fantastic against stuff like Patches the Pirate or a Small-Time Buccaneer, because it just makes trades. It heals your health total, of course, so helps you stabilize your health as well. Also new with Gadgetzan is the Cabal Chemist. 4 mana 3/3 with a Battlecry, add a random potion to your hand. A lot of the potions are fantastic as defensive tools. In fact, pretty much all of them are defensive tools, so they're things like board clears. You can get Freezing Potion to freeze an enemy. There's some hard removal for single target minions. There's big AoEs that hit your opponent's face for damage. Like, this is the kind of card that just generates you an extra resource, which is nice because you need cards to win control matchups. But it also is fantastic at just giving you the answer you need from time to time. And since you run 2 of these, sometimes you might get a nice Dragonfire Potion to clear the board. Other times you might get Freezing Potion to just give you that small stall on your opponent's minion to help you buy time to find a Fireball for lethal. So this card can do a lot of different stuff. Up next is an interesting card, the Red Mana Worm. This is a card I wasn't super strong on, at least as far as rating it was concerned when Gadgetzan was revealed, but it's a really surprisingly strong mid-range minion. And this deck can curve out pretty nicely from turn 4 into turn 5 into turn 6 with some threatening minions that are just hard for your opponents to deal with and help you build a pretty reasonable board in the mid-game, because each of these can do pretty cool stuff. And the Red Mana Worm serves as a threat, right? So sometimes this will just be stuck out on the board. Your opponent won't have the answer to do 6 damage right away. And then suddenly you draw 2 fireballs and you hit them for 12, and this punches them for 6, and you can just do 18 damage just like that. And there's enough cheap spells in this deck and ways to make spells even cheaper with Sorcerer's Apprentice that this will surprisingly often become a 4-attack, 6-attack, 8-attack minion, because you're able to stick it on the board, and then you're going to play Arcane Explosion and Frostbolt and Arcane Intellect, and you've got yourself a nice threat for only 5 mana. Plus, just as a 5-mana minion at 2 health, it can trade into early game boards pretty efficiently, much like Water Elemental can as well. So those are a nice little combo. There's also the Faithful Summoner. This is an Old Gods card, not a Gadgetzan card, but just another of your big-bodied minions. And then finally, Flame Strike, of course, down here. Fantastic as another board clear, just to help you stabilize and weed out anything your opponent thinks they can play in the mid to late game. So ultimately, a pretty neat little list. A lot of tools, a lot of answers to your opponents, not a lot of proactive things necessarily. Really only on 4, 5, and 6 can you develop your own board. This deck's more about control and answering but it has everything it needs to eventually just drain your opponents of every resource they play, of every minion they play. Just kill it all. Get a few decent-sized minions out there, start hitting face, chipping away at their health total, and then finish them off with fireballs and frostbolts. And I even added in one Reckless Rocketeer here because this is just another burst option. You do need to win games in a control deck even, so if you're going toe-to-toe with another priest or something that's outvaluing you time after time, eventually you can just draw those double fireballs and finish off with an unexpected Reckless Rocketeer that's that extra 5 damage. So, all that said, we've talked about the deck. Let's just go ahead and take it out and play it, because I think that's really the best way to learn how to play deck and how to mulligan and understanding all the complexities. I'm on rank 4 on the ladder, and I didn't mention yet, but I should say this deck is a budget deck. It's not designed to take you to Legend. It's not that good. It's really designed to do that climb from 25 to 15 or so, maybe a little higher if you add in some key cards here or there, or really learn the deck's ins and outs and you understand the meta. So rank 4 is not where this deck is supposed to live. That's far too high. There's too many good decks up there, too many strong players. If you're trying to play this deck on rank 4, you're not going to find success. I don't think that's a fair testing environment. So we're going to take it out on casual mode instead. I think we'll be able to go toe-to-toe a little more fairly and probably get a better representation of the things you're likely to see for ranks 25 to 15, where this deck is really designed to thrive. And we'll play 3 games probably. We'll try to learn how to mulligan, try to learn some key meta matchups if we can find some key decks like Pirate Warrior, Pirate Rogue, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we got a Shaman. It's probably a faster Shaman. Might be testing something like a Jade Shaman too. You never really know. Cabal Lackey is a fantastic card to keep in the mulligan. Even if you don't have a secret, sometimes just playing a 2-1 against classes like Shaman is really good because they don't necessarily have a ping. They might play Tunnel Trog that trades into it really nicely, but that's sometimes a risk you just have to take because it can be really good against totems and other early game minions. We also kept the Sorcerer's Apprentice just to give us some early game flexibility. Unfortunately, the Fireball and the Faceless Summoner are a little bit worthless in this particular matchup, so not excited. I wish we had a top deck to secret because right now this just isn't going to get a lot of value. I think we'll still play it because we do have an answer for the Tunnel Trog if it comes down. He didn't play a Trog, so he might be doing something like Totem Golem instead, which we don't have as clean of an answer for, but we can still Frostbolt it and hope to ping it on a future turn. So this gets a little punished by Healing Totem, but that's pretty unlikely that he plays Healing Totem in the first place, and even more unlikely that he rolls a Healing Totem if he actually does do that. So that's not great. We'll just ping and go face here. We could coin out a Sorcerer's Apprentice or something, but that's alright. We'll probably ping this off next turn too. And maybe play the Sorcerer's Apprentice then. He's not going to make this trade, I don't think, now. Yeah. So we can't ping it off. I think that means we just Cabal Chemist. We could Sorcerer's Arcane Intellect. But I think we need to get some minions out to start trading. And this might give me a really valuable potion. Potion of Polymorph. Not the best right now. I wish I could get it out because he may play a big minion soon. But we're playing catch up. That's fine. It's pretty standard actually for this deck. He's really hammering face. This is typically a big threat, but I don't mind right now because it's rather slow. And I think my biggest concern right now is just not dying. And the fact that it's slow is actually kind of convenient at this point. So we'll kill what we can. We could have played the Faceless Summoner, but I wanted to be able to ping off one of those taunts just to open up this Water Ellie to either kill the Trog or lock down his face if he plays a weapon. There's some advantages here. So our board's sort of annoying for him to deal with. Not so much anymore, jeez. He's going to Lightning Bolt trade? That's not a very strong play, I feel like. If he does, he should Lightning Bolt here and trade. So this is hitting face for a lot, but at least we're able to kill a lot of minions. We may just go ahead and... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, we may Fireball the Trog just to remove the threat. But of course, the Frostbolt is a far better answer. So we've got 6 mana. If we play Sorcerer's Apprentice, we can play this for 1 and this for 2, or maybe even this for 2. And that way we can get a little more stuff out, which is going to help. We could also do something like this, or even Fireball, but I think we can save the Fireball. We'll play this just in case he does, you know, Thing from Below, or a Flame Wreath Faceless, or there's a chance it whiffs, right? It may be a Tonal Trog, it might be a Pirate, who knows? But could be something big. That's fine. It was a free play. We removed a couple stats. And frankly, it may have influenced his play. He might have been worried it was Mirror Entity, so he may have held back a better minion, which means we stalled him a little. Would have rather hit that one, but Fireball's going to be a fantastic answer for that. So we've actually stabilized the board here, as you can see. Let's Arcane Intellect first. We have 7 mana, so we can actually cast both of these and the Fireball if we need to. Save that Polymorph, that's a good card. This may allow us to do some stuff too. No. Flame Strike's going to be a very nice play before too long, though. We could trade into that, but I don't want him drawing more cards than he has to. Now that he's gotten a couple draws off that, it's just going to be too much value, so... Alright, we're okay, as long as he doesn't find a ton of burst. I don't think he's a very bursty version of the deck, because he is running stuff like Thing from Below. Is he going to go face with that? I hope he starts trading, frankly. Oh, good, he is going to trade. Oh, that's an interesting one. I think this is the more valuable minion. I know he's worried that he's going to get locked out for a long time with the freeze, but oh, that's a good draw. That's a good draw. I need to kill this. I don't have a great way to do it other than Flame Strike, but it feels like a little early on the Flame Strike to me. We could trade Arcane Explosion, but that doesn't leave me with a lot of plays because I want to play this, right? And that'd be 3 mana, and I couldn't play the Faceless Summoner. So, as much as I kind of hate this, I think I have to do it. It was really just a 6 mana Flame Strike for an Azure Drake, but I think it was just too important. We have answers to stuff. A wide board is kind of scary, but we do have Arcane Explosion, trade, ping. Like, we can probably work through a board. Fire Ellie. Yeah, that's scary. Ice Barrier's solid. Because otherwise, I don't know that I'd have enough mana for all this stuff. See, even on turn 9, the fact that Kabalaki plays a secret for free actually benefited us pretty significantly. So we need a minion to hit face. I'm scared we're going to die to Lava Burst, and never get to activate our Ice Barrier. Because, of course, this only works on an actual attack. Okay, Polymorph trade is fine. Polymorph trade ping, Water Ellie is fantastic, in fact. I don't like that both our Polymorphs are gone, right? That's very scary, but we'll have to figure out what's next. Good draws would be Flame Strikes for sure. Fireball is a card we need to remove the next Thunderbolt Valiant, as I mentioned. Hexed the 3/6. Okay, it's a good play, because it means this is likely to survive. Red Mana Worm is not as good right now as Faceless, because it just doesn't put as many stats on the board. I'm going to go ahead and, since I got the spell damage here, I'm just going to go ahead and kill off the totem. It could make a difference, because I don't want it healing this either. Pinging this to 3 probably doesn't matter. But just in case it does, we'll go ahead and do it. You never really know. There's not really a better ping target. Pinging face is not rewarding right now. So, you know, maybe he rolls a healing totem and we draw into Flame Strike, right? And we don't want it to get to 5. I don't know. Well, so far that's happening. If we don't ping this would be at 4 and it'd heal up to 5 and it could steal our Flame Strike or something, right? If he also kills our spell damage, of course. But, hey, both hexes are gone. That means something like the Red Mana Worm could stick. I think Flame Strike's going to be my best draw here. We got a 9% chance to draw Flame Strike. gonna lightning bolt that. That's an interesting play. I don't really like that play very much. He actually buys me some health this way. Did he not attack with this? Yeah, he never attacked. That's what I thought. So I don't love this draw by any means. It's a bad draw. Again, pinging this is annoying because of the healing totem, but it might make a difference. So if he draws like 12 damage from burn, I'm gonna be upset that he didn't attack. He's testing for vaporize. It's a good play. We're going to need a Flame Strike to win this game, I think. We're going to need him to overcommit to the board. Oh, he cost himself some damage, though, there. Yeah, Flame Strike really, really puts me in this game. Fireball probably doesn't. Flame Strike's really the draw I need. 10% chance to get it. No. That's just a little too slow, I'm afraid. Thankfully, we can kill this, so it stops generating him extra value, but the fact that we drew a spell was incredibly relevant for the Mana Worm. Still going to need a Flame Strike, though, or some card draw, but we're out of card draw, aren't we? So we're top decking the rest of the game. A Cabal Chemist might be nice. I think we're just going to fall behind here, though. It's just going to be too... Oh, that helps! It's a good Mirror Entity hit. Flame Strike would be another sick draw. Again, Mistress of Mixtures is not going to help much. We'll go ahead and make this trade. Pinging these doesn't help because of the totem, so we just have to ping face. How did he gain health? Oh, Mistress of Mixtures, that's how. Sorcerer's Apprentice is the only terrible draw. I guess Mirror Entity is pretty bad, too. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's scary. That is real scary. We're both at 8 cards. 9, 11. So we have to Flame Strike. I mean, we're dead if we don't. I wish that he had another minion out, though. Because I don't know that we got enough value off of that. That was probably a turn too late, or a couple turns too late, perhaps. I really need to draw Chemist, I think. And it needs to be a good potion. Oh, that's rough! You got the good roll here for the weapon increase. Mirror Entity is just likely not good enough. This really is a tough decision, but I can ping this off in 2 turns, and this takes 3, and I think the game will be over in 3 turns regardless. So I want to ping the thing I can control. Even though the weapon will be gone by the time I can ping this off, it just gives me the most finite amount of control in the game. It's not the worst Mirror Entity target, honestly. Oh, but we're just dead, I think. Yep, that's a good game. That's tough. Just a card or 2 from stabilizing the whole game. He got off to a nice start. It really hurt us. We got the flame. Oh, am I in? Oh, I thought I was in ranked for a second. Whoops. That's scary. So we'll keep going. We'll try again. See how it goes. Okay, a priest. I don't love that. It's gonna be a little tough, but we need a little bit faster stuff, I think. We'll keep the Frostbolt. I want to save our fireballs as much as possible for face damage, just to burn him. These are slow. A lot of early game cards we didn't draw here. We happen to get, we have 3 6-drops. We happen to get both of the Faceless Summoners. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and coin out this Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's only bad against Power Word Shield, but even if he does that, he can't trade and heal this. Otherwise, it's going to be able to kill the Northshire pretty easily. And he's going to have trouble extracting value. And there's no need to Frostbolt. Like, we can just go here. I didn't want a Mirror Entity because it's likely to whiff and get a 3-drop that we don't care about. I want this to get me something better later, like a Draconid Operative or some other bigger minion. But the Barrier was a nice draw because you can kind of play that one for free. You don't have to worry too much. Freezing that doesn't really feel very good because the Priest can heal it. So we could just trade ping and do nothing. Gives him the board. Oh, we can Frostbolt ping. What am I didn't think we had the mana. I'm stupid. This is obviously the play. I don't know why he can't count. I forgot about the reduction. So yeah, that was clear. That was obvious. Far and away the best play. So he thinks this is Counterspell right now. Because, you know, Ice Barrier is not the most common. We'd love to run Counterspell, but the deck's just a little too budget for it. I wish we'd squeezed out a Mirror Entity now. That's a good minion. This 4-drop's pretty obvious. Unfortunately, he can heal this up after trading either way, so these don't really trade that well. But that does commit 2 mana from his turn, so it slows him down a tad. So we won't make the trade for him, right? We'll hope that one of these sticks might influence our plays next turn pretty substantially. So there's no rush. I like that the best. That just freezes that for another turn. Whenever they attack into a freeze, it's always so helpful. Yeah, let's... He just Holy Novid. So I think that this is going to be free to live. I don't think he's going to have another one. It's possible, of course, but... This is a nice little board we're going to be able to fill up with the Faceless Summoner. But he is a Dragon Priest, so there's always the concern that Dragon Fire Potion eats us alive. We got to be careful with that. I think we can just go this route. He just played a 1-drop. I think this Mirror Entity might hit. I think it might get us something good. Draconid Operative in particular. Nope, we whiffed. Nope. He has plenty of low drops to test our... We didn't have another great play, though. I wanted to trade ping to get rid of that thing. We couldn't squeeze in the mana for the Faceless, so... Gonna have to take what we can get, I guess. 3 mana, 1/3. Clutch plays. This might be the best board we ever get to Flame Strike. We don't have the... Oh, we do have the Flame Strike. I don't know, though. It's just so low value. Maybe we let him go ahead and build up another set of minions. This might backfire because if he trades and stuff, it won't work that well for us. So this is a great minion against his board. Wow. He'd have to trade in all 3 of these to kill this. I think that was the right line. We'll get greedier for a Flame Strike later. Great play. 8, 9 in stats for 6 with a little taunt. I'll take it. He's got 5 cards in hand. Second Holy Nova. You can't clear my board with that route, it looks like to me. Nor can he heal here. Ice Barrier's fine. It looks like we're just going to play another Faceless Summoner. I'm going to kill this because I don't want this getting value. I don't love sending a 5 attack. He could have healed my minion for a card draw, but I guess he decided it wasn't worth it. And I'd probably agree. Let's play this first just in case it's relevant. Not relevant. We'll ping face. He can heal minions. He can heal space too, but this doesn't... this being a 2 health, I don't think opens up any other lines. I don't have any 2 damage plays, so... Good news is he's drawn his cards. This is a dragon he created. This is something he's been holding on to forever. So maybe it's like Ysera? Nope, just another Blackwing. I don't mind Ysera. We can polymorph Ysera. We've got answers for Ysera all day. I think this is my Flame Strike turn. Flame Strike trade. Allows me to stabilize on a 5/5. So now we need to think about how to kill him. We've stabilized a tad. Of course, he's got some good cards to play always, but... What's a good draw for us? Cabal Chemist, perhaps? Arcane Intellect is always a good draw. I don't think I can polymorph that, just because we might have to save it for Ysera. We might just Reckless Rocketeer Ping or Fireball if we draw it. He stole our Chemist! Copied, I should more clearly say. Sure. If I do this, I can't mirror Entity, though. He's played 2 Holy Novas. Can I just run this out there and hit face? He's played 2 Blackwing Corruptors, too. So, I kind of feel like this is the right play. I think he's going to have trouble killing these. He could, like, potion it, but 2 health minions is not really the best potion target, is it? So, ooh, I just got a good minion copied. Mine is not going to do damage to the board. His might... but we can polymorph his. I think that's well worth it. We have another polymorph theoretically if... oh, is this lethal? 16? Oh, it is. Cool. Nice. Always check lethal, boys. Fantastic. So we made the right line there with the Reckless. I mean, thankfully, we you know, Deck Tracker here helped. We saw that the things he can use to kill 2 health minions are gone. Chill Maul he thought would work, but Polymorph worked out perfectly. So yeah, let's play one more game. That was a fun game. Like I said, against Priest, you really have to think about winning the game. And I think I said, you know, we've got some really strong mid-range minions. You can stick a couple bodies, chunk your opponent's face, and then find ways to kill him. And that's exactly what we did. You can't try to value it out and just trade all day and go toe-to-toe with better, higher quality decks, because typically their minions are going to accomplish more for the same cost. So you have to sometimes play to your outs and look for lethals and find ways to actively win games. Otherwise, you're just going to be out of luck. So that's exactly what we try to pull off. So now we got another Shaman. Okay, this will be an interesting test to see how different this goes. Compared to our last Shaman. So we definitely need early game cards. These are all a tad too slow. I'd almost keep the Cabal Chemist, but we're so likely to draw into something in 3 mana or less. Cabal Lackey's good, Frostbolt's good. A Secret would be a fantastic draw. Unfortunately, no Secret. We don't run a lot of Secrets in this deck. There's only 3, so the likelihood of you actually having a Secret with your Cabal Lackey, unless you hit both of them mulligan, isn't incredibly high. But, it's still worth it as a 2/1 body. Alright, so ping is fine here. He overloaded to accomplish that, so he probably has a bad turn here. If he trogs, we can still Frostbolt. If he pirates, we'll just ping off patches. Unfortunately for me, I don't have a 3-mana play. Again, our hand is stuffed with late game cards, even though we really don't have many in our deck. Oh, he drew patches. That's always the worst feeling. Didn't get a free patches. So, Water Ellie's fine. Actually lines up pretty well. He can do 6 damage, but, you know, he eats a lot for it, so... That makes it a little easier, but he still has to take 3 to the face, freeze some minions, if he wants to kill this. Or Lightning Bolt's good. That's Rock Bite. No, he can't Rock Bite. That was a weird play.
That's incredible.
I don't understand that play, I gotta be honest with you guys. So we have 5 mana. We can make a really strong play here. That was an unusual decision. I'm not understanding that just yet. He didn't kill this, which means we can just lock down his face now forever. He might have like a lightning storm or a maelstrom portal to handle this, but still, he gave us a great opportunity to make some strong plays there. So this is better than the Mana Worm just because it's on curve. Gets us wider board out. Oh, that's not good for us. We'll never get to attack with that. That's just totally useless. Polymorph's a great answer for that. Flame Tongue's good. He'll trade, I think. Oh, just trade one. That's probably right. I like that he's at 19, though. Like, we're already threatening a little bit. I need like a 3-drop to play, something to do. Frostbolt would be a good draw to kill this. I'd really just take about anything that can accomplish a kill, but guess not. Because we don't have to ping the 1/1. It worked out okay, but I wish this was any minion that could attack, honestly. It's just useless. We're never going to be able to activate this. We can't give it taunt, like we can't attack with it because we'll never have a weapon. There's just no way. This was just a dead draw. It's just a body. Flame Strike would be good. Got a 10%. I'll take it. It feels a little early, but I think we have to. Simply because we're going to be dead soon if we don't. He's only got 3 cards in hand, so he's not going to reload super fast at any given point. That's always good, but that's his last charge, so we're still at 20. It's not his last charge, I lied. Well, this is a weird play. Not gonna lie to you guys. I think we're gonna Reckless Rocketeer that. No, we're not. I don't care if he does 3 damage. We've got a heal here. We can do this. We'll ping, even though it's likely the Mixtures is gonna kill this. That might encourage him to kill the Mixtress of Mixtures, and we can ping it later or not. We can do a lot of different things here, but it's a pretty weak one. Much worse than the Enchanted Raven he got earlier, at least. Oh, so he did hit the Healing Totem. It sucks. He can't kill this yet, can he? Oh, he got Lightning Bolt? I don't mind a 4 damage Lightning Bolt to my 2/1. That was a 7 health minion. Or more. It was a 9 health minion, I think. Unfortunately, the Rocketeer's real bad against this board. Another Flame Strike clearly puts us in the game, but it's only a 6% draw. Cabal Chemist puts us in the game, I bet. Arcane Intellect would be a strong draw, too. Yeah, Flame Strike wins us the game at this point, I suspect. Any spell would be good, just because it allows this to kill more stuff. It looks like he has a big board, but right now it's really only 5 damage. I mean, this likely goes up, but that's a fantastic draw. Maybe the best draw on the deck, depending on what we get here. We don't need the Polymorph just yet, so there's really no advantage to pinging these. We know that they're going to go up, so you can only really ping a minion for value if it has more than 1 health missing at that point, so there's really no reason to go for that. Shade Lightning's a good spell. Thankfully it didn't overload, though. That's really important. This almost has to be good somehow, but I don't know how yet. So we know this is going to happen. And I guess we'll ping this off. No, actually we might ping this off. And we might send the Rocketeer into the Trog. Is that a bad play? I don't really think it is. It seems like a bad play because he can just trade back here, but that means that this traded for 2 minions, and it bought us a lot of time. So I kind of like this, even though it feels wrong in many ways. I wouldn't mind him playing like a Flame Wreath. Something big to Polymorph would be nice. He may use this weapon too, but then he goes to 12 and we have like lethal draws, so. Cabal Chem is still a good draw. Mirror Entity is probably our worst draw. Is that another Jade Lightning? Lava Burst, cool. That removes a lot of depth from his deck. Frostbolt is a pretty weak draw. Shoot. I could use it on a totem, but these don't represent much of a threat, so I kind of just have to leave them sitting. I could kill the Wrath of Air to try to steal some damage, but then he has like a 50% chance to hit the Wrath of Air again. So I'd rather save it for something like this, which I know it's going to have some guaranteed value. So he'll be able to kill this with his weapon, but that's a, basically a net 7 heal for me because it steals 3 damage from him. And it heals me for 4, so it's not bad at all. He probably thinks this is Fireball. He's worried about his health a tad. Shame we didn't get the ooze at some point here, because he only has 1 weapon left, I think. That's a great draw. Woo! That's a great draw. Fireball's a good draw too. Wow, yeah, that's actually a great minion against Shaman. He has to kill this, I think. What's that, a second Lava Burst? Lightning Bolt trade. Yeah, I can live with that. This needs to hit a totem, not one of the... Well, actually, a 2-3 would be fine, too, because then we can ping it off. It's really no bad target here. That's just fine. This might look a little weird, but I really, really want this to live. And the 2/2/3s threatened it a little too easily. So, because this just gives me so much long-term value if it lives. It could die to Jade Lightning, it could die to Jade Claws. Like, there's a lot of ways it dies, but he has, like, it's unlikely for him to hit those rolls, so. Yeah, I'll take it, whatever. It's a minion. It's good. Ooze. Sure, we can kill this, but then this dies. We could polymorph this, but I think I have to save that for some later game value. Alternatively, we can hope he doesn't hit the weapon and keep this alive to extract more value. If he does hit the Jade Claw, he has 1 Jade Claw left probably, right? He's done both Spirit Claws. Yeah, so if he does hit the Jade Claws, he's going to use it immediately, so this is only going to steal 1 charge. So that getting this out now is worth more than negating the 2 damage play from him, so. That's a good sign. Anytime that happens is a good sign. Alright, so we'll have the good trade here. This is still alive, but we're likely to draw something valuable. Yeah, we can't wait on that. It puts us so far ahead on the board. So we're down to 5 cards left. Jeez. We're very likely to draw a Cabal Chemist, which is good. Fireball puts us in lethal range soon, too, probably. That's a weak play from him. Nice. No reason to use the Fireball yet. We might need it later for something specific, so. He has another Flame Wreath, likely. Another Jade Lightning, probably. Another Jade Claws. Likely. Fantastic card. Finally get it. That does nothing right now. Literally nothing, because they already have 0 attack. So not the best potion at this point. Typically an okay potion. We'll have lethal if he doesn't kill these, so. Yeah, that won't do it. Totem saves him, actually, right now. Shoot. Well, crap. We only have 9 damage now. I guess we'll kill that just to prevent any sort of, like, bloodlust shenanigans. I don't know. It's very unlikely, but just in case. He might have lightning storms. I don't think so in this more aggro deck, but So playing this out instead of saving for the weapon was obviously incredibly worth it. Pretty big whiff on the Mirror Entity, but still, it's a good minion. I'll take it. Might be enough to give me lethal. Yeah, we have... No, not if he Lightning Bolts that. Oh, Hex! It's actually the right play. He made a good decision. Sure. Our last card is Cabal Chemist. I don't think we can use these yet, unfortunately. He's going to be able to hit 3 to face, but we can just ping Fireball for the win soon. Oh, we can just Fireball for the win now. Well played. Let's see what we get just for fun. Can't even use that. Cool. Wow, what a game. Played through the entire deck. You don't always see that. Don't always see that, but worked out. We won. So, beat a nice little aggro Shaman. Just drowned him out. He ran out of gas. So, yeah, that'll wrap it up for me in the budget control mage. I think we got a pretty good look at what the deck is all about, what it's designed to do, and how you just bleed your opponent's drive resources and stabilize with some health gain and have some burst damage. We saw it all. So, 600 Arcane Dust for this bad boy. You can start playing pretty much right away at any skill level. But as long as you're looking to climb, jump out there on the ranked ladder, you're going to find some success with this deck. So I encourage you to give it a shot. I know I've certainly been enjoying it myself. So all that said, if you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, you know where to leave them. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, game on.